Deborah, I want to ask you, is justice the end game here, or is this...
Justice is not the end game, but it is a part of the echelon. If we stick with just the race, then we're going to polarize the nation. Those who believe, those who don't, those who want to believe, and those who don't want to believe based on race. And I think the next echelon above that is just looking at injustice in general, and then the echelon after that is where do we all take responsibility?
If Zimmerman comes to justice, is that going to calm this thing, or is that just a piece of this
I think
story?
It's a piece of the puzzle. I think it will calm it to a certain, I think when anytime we want justice and we look outside of ourselves, we're definitely going to be calmer about it. But right now we have to really focus on the fact that if this is only about racism, then it's going to polarize the whole nation with black and white, with color issues, with racial profiling. And we're going to stick to information, we're going to stick to an issue, and we're going to stick to a tragedy that makes this person's life lesser than what it really is. This is about justice. This is about injustice. And if we are going to be looking at all the facts and we are going to look at the culmination of information that's going on, we also have to look at the fact that George Zimmerman in 2005 was also arrested for battery on a police officer. We also have to look at the fact that the police officer who was in charge of the investigation at the crime site was also coming under scrutiny in 2010 because his lieutenant had pictures of his son, and his son was arrested for actually beating a black man, a homeless black man, on tape, and there was no justice in that.
There's an ongoing problem of injustice in that community.
I think she's right, and I think what she's suggesting is that, look, this is a microcosm of a larger thematic issue in our society. Look, whatever happens in this case is going to come, and it's going to go. And simply put, we need to recognize that this case suggests that there's a larger theme here. There's something bigger in play here. And it's a racial profiling issue. It's an issue of racism. It's an issue of discrimination. And look, and it affects not just folks of color, not just African Americans, but Muslims, Arabs, Asians, South Asians. All kinds of people are affected by this. So this just as easily could have been someone else as opposed to an African American. I think that issue resonates with a number of people.
But I think what people have often been aware of is that there may be some police profiling. We're going to talk about that a little later. But the fact how much we all do our own profiling.
Well,
even we don't think we do. Even we don't think we do.
We absolutely do. We're human beings. And it's interesting how we throw around the word
15
humanity.
seconds, Deborah. Finish it.
It's interesting how we throw around the word humanity all the time. We're not meticulous enough in our vernacular to really understand that humanity means just being human, which makes us all susceptible to it.
And God bless you, because I think that's where this conversation needs to stay, is that we share in this thing, elevate ourselves through it, and not polarize.
And if he weren't black, there'd still be injustice regardless.
Well, and that's, okay, well, that's, okay, that's to me, that's the ancillary issue, is making sure that justice is equally served, right? Equal justice.
Absolutely.
Okay.